Alright, welcome to day 89 of Mastering Astral Projection. The technique today is called the corner fingering technique. And basically, what you do is, you imagine, whether you're sitting or lying down, that you're reaching out to the corner of the room, the right corner with the right hand. So you're stretching the arm and hand out until you put your fingers completely into the corner. And the idea is to imagine what the corner feels like, the drywall or wood or whatever your corner of your room is made out of. Imagine your fingers sinking into it and feel the texture of what that corner feels like. And then do the same with your left arm and hand. Stretch to the left corner with your left arm and hand. Stick your fingers into the corner and feel the texture. And really get your fingers into it, feel what it's like to have your hand inside that material. And then at some point you grab it and you pull. So you're pulling your etheric or energy body away from your physical body, grabbing onto, and this is the thing that you're supposed to focus on. I've done the technique. It's interesting. I find it challenging to pull for some reason. It's, in a way, it's similar to the sensation of the ski rope technique, but I haven't quite gotten the hang of pulling yet. So try that out. The part of the chapter that I wanted to go over is the difference between the subconscious mind, the higher self, and astral travel. So I'm just going to read some stuff that I highlighted out of this particular chapter. He talks about the conscious mind and how it can imagine the past, present, and future, and it can fantasize and visualize and handle sophisticated abstract concepts. The subconscious mind is intimately involved with emotions and memory, remembers every word and thought and everything that's ever happened in your life to the finest detail. And this is what he says, why the affirmations work to reprogram the subconscious mind. And they're given in the present active first person tense. So it's not like I want to be, it's always I am. So that's the way that the affirmations work. And subconscious mind holds the bulk of the power. So he's saying really the subconscious mind is what is most prominent and dominant during astral projection. It says the subconscious mind would lack reasoning and processing ability. That's why the subconscious mind lacks memory, identity, and purpose, especially in the OBE state. So, so the subconscious mind is what has all the power. And he talks a little bit about rational thinking sometimes isn't as useful in astral projection because the subconscious mind deals with symbols, so most of the things that you're dealing with are symbols and symbolic. He also talks about the fact that projectors claim that someone is clinging to them during an OBE. So he wants to make a point of this, that should you get into the astral realm and you feel like you're speeding along and something's grabbing onto you. He said sometimes people actually turn and they see a head. It's like a person following them. That nobody really knows what it is, but it's not harmful. In fact, they would say that it's helpful. So some people believe it's like, part of your subconscious mind helping you to astral project. Sometimes it steers you into other places. Unbeknownst to you, you'll be in one place and then suddenly this being will pull you somewhere else. So it's almost as if it's the subconscious mind or something similar to it that's trying to show you something or teach you something, so pay attention to it. Don't be afraid of it. He also says that the subconscious mind seems intimately connected with one's higher spiritual self, and that they're both working invisibly in the background. So, in direct communication with both of those is very difficult. So something powerful, silent, invisible, and seemingly independent can at times directly affect projectors during an OBE. So that's the main thing I wanted to talk to you about. There's also the astral wind phenomenon. This is it pushes projectors along, sometimes at a steep angle up into the sky, where they will briefly lose consciousness. So I guess sometimes you get swept up in this astral wind and you lose consciousness. Um, and sometimes it blows you into the past, and sometimes it blows you into the future, and sometimes into unidentifiable places. Um, and he says it's only experienced by frequent projectors. So he says, if this ever happens, don't panic. Astral sight and astral projection, the ability to see into the astral planes during altered trance states, just prior to OBE exit and during episodes of walking paralysis. And it's also possible to see spirit beings, including other projectors, with astral sight. If you're seeing into the astral, you can, with an active will, shift to the location you perceive. So, so focus your awareness on where you want to be or who you want to be with, and that's where you'll end up. Also, he talks about developing your own exit techniques. So, all of this is just to, I've developed a couple of techniques that I really like. Like the helicopter thing really works for me to loosen the energy body. I can really feel that. Astral transference is mentally projecting into the astral. What he's talking about is, so astral transference is not actually true astral projection, because what you're doing is you're actually in an awakened state projecting into the astral plane on the mental level. So it's all here. It's not a full sensory experience. If you're familiar with shamanic journeying, that's very similar to this. It's a mental experience, and it's really hard to get your full senses engaged. Sense of smell, sense of sight, sense of touch. I don't know why my camera's going out of focus. Sorry about that. Never done that before. Oh, it might be the light in the back. I have a different light on today. So if the person having the projection is not in a trance, or is able to verbalize what he or she is experiencing in the astral planes while the experience is in progress, this is astral transference, and not by strict definitions OBE. So you're not having an out-of-body experience. You can have a high degree of control and stability and full experience recall. So that's really the big difference, because in astral projection, having recall is actually something we're working on. I think it might be one of my big problems is recall or something. I'm not even sure. But it's best considered an out-of-mind experience. The wild environment, which is the wake-induced lucid dreams, is more solid and tangible than the astral transference type of environment. A wild experience can be indistinguishable from real life, with full senses of gravity, heat, cold, smell, hearing, taste, pleasure, and pain, and the physical body feels normal, whatever normal is for you. And you won't be able to fly in the wild the way you would in an OBE. To induce a wild, one gets into a deeply relaxed state and then visualizes a familiar scenario, then tries to fall asleep. So they talk about doing wilds right when you wake up in the morning. So the minute you wake up, especially if you've remembered a dream, really hook on to all of the content of the dream, try and be back in it, and then try and maintain your conscious awareness while going back to sleep. And then you'll go into either the lucid dream state or the wild state. I've tried this a lot, for years actually. I a lot of times wake up from dreams and don't let myself fully wake up, and I go back in and out of the dream, and I can do this for probably 2-3 hours. I've never really gotten control over it though, so that I could produce a wild or a lucid dream. I have had them, but they've been incredibly rare and very difficult to experience. And but like they say on the astral projection forum, just keep practicing, keep practicing, keep practicing. Don't stop practicing. They say the wild ability is rare, but the ability to lucid dream is fairly common. So it is possible that astral transference is another way to shift consciousness into the lucid dream environment. And that's all I'm going to go over tonight. I have posted to the forum, and I haven't really gotten much feedback other than just hang in there, because I still having such a difficult time trying to get the lucid dream thing, the conscious lucid dream to work, um, or the conscious astral projection to work. I can't seem to command my body to do anything. I can't seem to request my body to do anything, and I can't seem to pray for my body to do anything if it doesn't want to do it. So, I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. We've got one more day, actually, and I've got a few forum posts that I'm going to read that I haven't gotten to yet, and there's the lucidology guy, Mr. Newport, who I've been thinking about doing a comparison on mastering astral projection compared to lucidology. The difference is, and the reason that I really wanted to do this opposed to the lucidology thing, is that's a sleep thing. You use all these different techniques to kind of screw with your sleep until you get yourself into an out-of-body experience. And it's supposed to be easier than doing it the way that we're doing it here with the 90-day astral projection stuff, because this is trying to do it from an awakened state. And it's hard. It's really hard. I thought I could do it in 90 days. I'm not giving up. I just haven't decided whether or not I want to try and go the sleep route and then go back to the awakened route, which could be the thing to do. The thing for me is I did a lot of the sleep stuff before with William Bullman's program, and it really screws with my sleep, and then I end up not getting enough sleep, and I wake up in the day I'm really groggy all day because I don't feel energized. What I've heard is that you do astral projection and you feel energized, but I can't astral project, so it kind of defeats the purpose. So I haven't fully decided what I'm going to do yet. If you have any suggestions, I'm open to hearing them. Thanks, everyone. Bye.